Kirsty Tate was spinning her way across the park, her arms outstretched as she soaked up the early morning sunshine. It was meeting the dew sparkle on each blade of grass, and it was shining on the golden hair of Kirsty's best friend, Rachel Walker. "I wonder what Jan and Ginny have planned for us today," said Rachel, stripping along beside Kirsty. It was their third day on Rainspell Island, the beautiful place where they had first met, and where they had their first fairy adventures. They were attending the Summer Friends Camp, a day camp for children staying on the island on vacation. The camp was held in the park every morning. We've already played soccer, had a water balloon fight, and painted a mural, Kirsty remembered. "I'm so glad we've been going to camp." They reached the tent where the camp was based and stepped inside. Oscar and Laura, two of their newest friends, dashed over to them. "Good morning," said Laura, a big smile on her face. "Do you know what we are doing today?" Oscar asked. "We have no idea," said Rachel with a grin, "but I think we're about to find out." Jan and Ginny, the teenage best friends who ran the camp, were beckoning everyone to gather around. They looked as if they were about to burst with excitement. "Today we have something really fantastic for you all to enjoy," said Ginny. "We are going to watch a special performance by Mr. Twinkle himself." Everyone gasped and squealed. Mr. Twinkle was the funniest, most famous magician on TV. Like all the others at the camp, Rachel and Kirsty watched his show every week. "I can't believe we're actually going to see him in real life," Oscar said in a breathless voice. "When I grow up, I want to be like him and make everyone laugh." "Where's the performance going to be held?" Kirsty asked. "Right here in Rainspell Park," said Jan with a smile. "We have to wait for him on the steps at the Fountain Square. I thought you could all race one another to see who gets there first. Ready, set, go." Everyone sped out of the tent and sprinted across the grass to the fountain in the middle of the park. A girl named Arnold won the race, and everyone gathered around to congratulate her. Then they each found a place on the steps to sit and wait for Mr. Twinkle. "My heart's thumping," said Rachel. "I don't know if it's because of running fast or because I'm so excited." "There he is," Kirsty exclaimed, jumping to her feet. Riding towards them on a unicycle was a very strange-looking man. He was wearing a long purple cape covered in sparkly stars and a black top hat almost as tall as he was. "It's so amazing to see him in real life," said Rachel. Mr. Twinkle waved at the children, his sparkly cape flying out behind him and a magic wand held high in his left hand. The children clapped and cheered, but as he reached them, he started to wobble. He zigzagged left and right, his arms waving wildly, but it was no use. Crash! The unicycle shot into a nearby bush, and Mr. Twinkle landed on his bottom, all tangled up in his magnificent cloak. Rachel and Kirsty burst into laughter, but no one else seemed to think it was funny. "He's better when he's on TV," Oscar said under his breath. The other children had stopped clapping. Mr. Twinkle jumped to his feet, pulled off his hat, and swept a deep bow. Then he waved his magic wand over his head and put out a flower. "Look at his beautiful bloom," he cried, holding it up in front of the children. "Take a sniff." Everyone leaned forward, and a stream of water squirted out of the flower and straight onto their faces. Rachel and Kirsty were helpless with giggles, but the other children still weren't amused. "Why aren't you laughing?" Kirsty asked. "I'm not really in the mood for jokes," said Lara. I'm all wet, Oscar complained. It's only a few tiny drops of water, Rachel said, trying to make him see the funny side. But Oscar and Lara shook their heads. Rachel and Kirsty exchanged a worried glance. I have a terrible feeling that I know exactly why people aren't laughing, Kirsty whispered into her best friend's ear. It's because of the friendship fairy's magical objects.